The Salish Sea is part of who we are here. We rely on it, we love it, and as the residents here, we have to work to protect it. We're so fortunate to be near a body of water that has had the North Sound Baykeeper protected for over 20 years.
You know, there's often these processes where there's pollution involved or there's kind of a power imbalance. And the industry has lots of money and has lots of seats at those tables, and there's usually some governmental regulator entities, but the public is often left out. It's kind of like a three-legged stool, and they've got the two legs and they're pretty sturdy, but the other leg is pretty wobbly most of the time. And I think what we've done here with the Keeper program is started to solidify that third leg, that they can't make decisions without the public being involved. And that changes those decisions because they're not just being led by the industry with lots of money.
You have one person whose job it is to make sure that the decisions that we're making them as good stewards for our water. It's a pretty powerful thing.
A lot of folks live in the Pacific Northwest because we really love this area and we choose to live here because it's so amazing. I'm able to protect the places that I play. I really love clean water. I love being able to play in clean water. I've met other baykeepers who can't even recreate on their water without getting sick. I've always seen the North Sound Baykeeper's role in the community as being the eyes and the ears that are actually out there. And when community members bring up issues, the North Sound Baykeeper is able to respond to that.
There's one story that I think illustrates the importance of the Baykeeper for me the most, and that's when Matt Krogh was at a public event and he was listening to representatives of industry talk about how they might be thinking of using this property out at Cherry Point. And somebody let the word coal slip. And had we not had a keeper at that meeting, we may not have caught what the plans were for Cherry Point when we caught them.
But after the Keeper had been around for a year or two and it kind of gained the trust of the community that we really were science fact-based, we didn't just make stuff up, that more and more often those two legs of the stool I talked about, the industry or the regulators, local government, would come and seek our opinions and often seek our assistance in pushing the other leg one way or the other.
I don't just understand the science and do the science part of things, but I actually get out there with the community members and communicate the science as reasons why we need to protect the places that we love.
You know, there's lots of organizations that sometimes have a loud voice, but it's not always particularly science-based. So I think it's important that, you know, if you're going to push advocacy, it's based on the reality of science.
Up till now, we've had a lot of stopping poorly thought through projects, and I hope in the future that we can get to a point where these projects are well thought through from the very start and we have a more collaborative process. And instead of being focused on the present, we can focus more on the future for planning a beautiful Salish Sea for all of us.
What I see coming forward with the North Sound Baykeeper and the work of our community is, yes, we have to continue to fight pollution. We also have to restore habitat and find a way to protect human health. There's so many opportunities here in Bellingham and beyond to really forge the kind of marine and community environment we want. And that is where Baykeeper Alliance and resources come in.